girl you wanna get to know. Yeah. See a nigga that you think you know. Yeah. See the boys creeping on the low. Yeah. Even if you think you don't. Yeah. No, you should go and answer. 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 Yeah. I'm a girl anywhere. Got a bad bitch fucking her everywhere. You niggas don't stir any fear. Never. I was taught that it could occur anywhere. Yes, you ahead, hit a guillotine. Cause I flip like foosball figurine. When I you're back, even if it's track. I say louder for the bitches in the back. Yeah.
When I then you're back. This is pure facts. We've been doing this since a year back. Once you heard that, you knew to get low. Either that or them shots won't blow. The year back. This is more than an anthem, dude. It's a reply, it's a call that we answer to. Cause once you hear that, niggas is bound to cancel you. Be certified in every hood, no stamp or proof.
See a girl you wanna get to know. Yeah. See a nigga that you think you know. Yeah. See the boys creeping on the low. Yeah. Even if you think you don't. Yeah. No, you should go and answer. Yeah. No, you should go and answer. Yeah. No, you should go and answer. Yeah. No, you should go and answer.
It's all you hear, walking down the block by the homies in the corner who work around the clock. The grind never stops, include the potential harm. All you gon' hear is when we ring the alarms, yeah. More like our national anthem, the natural reaction for greeting you or asking for action. Screaming with passion, might even see some demons reacting. No matter the season, if you lacking, they using your pictures for fashion.
Yeah. That's the call of New York, we holding the torch. You front and fuck around and get scorched. Right in your porch, then riding off in your Porsche. Vicious assaults, intensive care until the results. We ain't worried about a hater or a thing they got to say. Just remember your opinions ain't what's stacking up the safe. You start the yapping with the bass, we coming massive to the place. Boy, you're full of sense of pie, get you smacked across the face. We not the ones you wanna test, more homicidal than the rest. Fuck around, we break a bottle, throw a slice across your chest. Like a nigga got a knife, leave you fighting for your life. Don't try to jump into the cypher, even try to grab the mic. Just know it's OPN, UDU, just know we knuckle up. BX, Southside Boogie, like what the fuck is up?
Yo, hurry up! I can't come outside tomorrow.
Yeah,
hurry up, man.
Like it's like they expect for you to know when the light turn off. Like I want you here 5 minutes before.
Man,
so like as soon as that shit finished, whatever y'all doing in the street, it's like everybody disperse. Yeah, like
I wouldn't say nothing. I just,
when the light turn
I just
on.
break out. I'm like, I'm supposed to know. I gotta watch on.
When the light turn on.
Nobody even gotta say nothing like that.
I gotta watch on. Super watch. My mama called me.
My mama called me.
How you know your mother called you? A whole block party.
Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Gone. I'm out anyway. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, boy. That sounds crazy. I like that one. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Peace. How y'all doing?
Yo.
Yeah, we cool.
Chilling, boy.
Hey, yo. So, my name is Mathematics.
And I'm Raw, a.k.a. Get Fetty.
And this is the Hangout. This is episode 24. The first time I said a number in a long time before the intro. So, yeah. We have some people in the building. But before we get into that, business. I'm high. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up.
We're toasted without drinks.
I'm fucked up. Word. First time smoking during the whole day was just now.
Oh, all right.
And so that was like
the first one.
Back in the day, the first day,
the wind down.
Yeah. That's it. So we always shout out our other S.STREET Media shows.
Yes.
We got a whole situation going on with S.STREET Media. It's a media company. We are the evolution of media. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at S_STREET_media. Make sure you check us out on YouTube at S.STREET Media. We also have a radio station on live365.com at S.STREET Media Radio. We about to get real deep into that type of thing. Back in the groove again.
Pause.
You know, oh yeah.
It's all good. Go ahead.
That was possible.
I was trying.
I forgot this is a pause goes on.
Okay.
This is the hangout. I'm not above no rules. Pause. You heard? We got this radio station on live365.com. We got shows out in Texas and stuff like that. Shout out to Fancy on Air.
Yes.
Shout out to DJ Pied Piper.
Yes.
They're doing their thing in Texas. I believe it's Houston. Her joint is called On the Beat. Make sure you tap in with her. Fancy on Air. And she is a dope personality. She got like Woo Wednesdays and Tupac Tuesdays. Her shit is ill.
Yeah.
We played on Tuesday at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So if you want to check it out, go to live365.com, S.STREET Media Radio, and check her show out at 10 o'clock. She's a vibe. She's a vibe. She does like radio professionally, I think, man. So, let's shout out these S.STREET Media shows. World of Rhyme, Grindhard TV, aka Promotions, Yeet Talks, Ebony J, The Purpose Radio Show and podcast. We have The Billionaires. We have Fancy on Air. We have Pied Piper and his Love After Dark.
Love After Dark.
That sounds crazy. Pause.
Hey, yo.
That was definitely a pause moment. Even though that wasn't a pause moment, but that was a pause moment. That was a pause moment.
The thought of it was like After Dark.
It sounded crazy off the rip. What else? Who else I'm missing? I know I'm missing some people. The House of Hip Hop. Clea Clark is coming back to S.STREET Media. If you don't know, just text with her today. So yeah, we got a lot of S.STREET Media things going on. Black Raspberry Radio. Oh, pardon me. Black Raspberry Radio. And we have a new show called the Mazuma Stacks Podcast with Rose Stacks and Mr. Mazuma. Rose Stacks in the building, actually. He's the one I checked this just now.
Handling business.
You heard him in the background.
He said, "Let me clear my throat."
It sounded like we had like a crew back there working on the show.
He had a silent ear.
That's the family. So we got Rose Stacks in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
Make sure you check him out. 1, 2, 3 is the motherfucking anthem right now. If you didn't know. So that's the S.STREET Media shows. Tap in with them. Don't be a ghost rider, aka a ghost follower, because we don't respect those. We don't need no Nicolas Cages on our pages.
Nah, that we.
That actually rhymed by mistake.
Don't tell nobody. You been rhyming all day.
Bars. Yeah, bars. So let's introduce our guest. In the building right now. We have a dope MC representing Bronx, New York.
BX.
In the building.
Yeah, Boogie Down BX all day. Bigger Skillz, you heard? You in the building.
And we got the new addition to the family. And she's doing big things. She's moving and grooving out there. She's shaking and baking. You know, she ain't faking it, man. Real shit. You see she got the beads on. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. You already know, man. Don't play with her. There's certain characteristics of New Yorkers that if you see these people with this, see them as a threat.
Don't play with it.
Because it seems like all the ones I know are gangsters. So,
that business.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. But she goes by the name of Lady J.
Thank you very much. Yo, shout out S.STREET Media Radio, S.STREET Media in an entirety, the whole family, every last piece and component of S.STREET Media, and shout out the Hangout.
Yeah. She's right now. I see her being a mogul soon. She was talking some BDF. BDF. No, my bad.
Yo.
She was talking BDS.
BES.
What?
Yo, I'm lost. What is called, man?
Catch us when we not high.
What is called? Yo, what is called again?
You about to repeat right away.
Right now we getting PTSD
I'm
on this
bad.
one.
I got PTSD right now.
Don't want to say it wrong again. Get it right.
He got to speak
Write it down. Pass a note. Pass a kite like we in prison. Yeah.
I got a speech impediment. I got a speech impediment at the RZA. Word.
All right, go ahead.
So what is called?
PSDs.
Oh shit! Damn,
I still ain't get it.
that shit was like.
I didn't repeat it. I still ain't
That
get
shit was
it.
like a math problem. Wow, that's crazy.
He said that was like a math problem.
As I said, she was talking another language. She was talking another
Last thing you
language.
said was the pause letter.
Wait, hold up. Say it, bro. Repeat it. What you say? I bet you don't remember. I bet you don't remember. Say it again.
Yo.
Say it.
No, I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it. Yo, that shit was mad. I was trying to remember, and it was like every other letter that wasn't the letter was coming into my mind. Like, the other letters was hiding.
Like, yo, hold on.
Yo, that's
You don't
funny
see
as
me.
hell.
The kid.
Yo, shout out to Sound Exchange for making opportunities and royalties
Yes,
kickback
definitely.
for the artists and the producers
bigger
and
facts.
those who are
Yes.
supposed to get
I got
their
my
fair
distribution
share.
number.
Yeah, he knew, the guard knew something about it. The guard knew something about it.
Definitely.
But you know what? We was high.
Yeah, and
It was a lot to take in pause at the time.
But if y'all do need a consultation,
Hey,
we're looking
yo.
to get your stuff together. Tap in with me, Lady
Yes.
J. Won't steer you wrong. I'm here for the community.
Glad we got you here.
you hear us. So let's get a round of applause for Lady J and Bigga Skillz BX.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Thanks
So-
for sliding by.
So that's crazy.
That was your pause for that?
Nah, we ain't gonna edit out pause on it.
I'm literally crying tonight.
Oh man.
But yo, I wrote down mad like topics that I didn't do any research on. I usually don't do too much research,
Nah.
but I didn't do no research for these. It was just stuff that I heard on the news, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna throw these out there.
So right now,
So, but one I'm gonna take serious though. We lost a very important figure in hip hop. He has contributed a lot to the game.
Yes.
Hype man wise. Did he DJ also or play music on Hangout 7?
Yes.
So, a person who pushed music, who put a lot of dudes on. They call him the original like energy guard.
Yeah.
You know. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop.
Yes.
rest in
Heaven.
peace. R.I.P. R.I.P.
And whenever I say rest in peace anybody, I always gotta say rest in peace to Woody Wood, the third member of the Hangout also.
Yes.
Who I saw his wife today when I was applying for the job. She said she worked up the block coincidentally. And coincidentally, I was wearing Woody's shirt today.
Oh.
So it was like, and she said that his son is expecting his child is being induced today also. So rest in peace, Woody
Yes,
Wood.
Woody.
You know, today was just one of those days like that how it
To the
connected.
family, definitely.
Yeah, and you heard me say a job.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
man, you gonna be
I don't
tired.
consider it a job. It's a job because they pay me at the end of the week, but I don't really consider it a job because I didn't fill out no application,
Come on.
online or offline.
That's the best job.
You know, and it is a salary plus commission. And whenever I hear the word commission, I kind of run. I had a lot of commission jobs last year. This time, I was doing the cell phone and the light and gas shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was another commission job. I never got commission paused on that commission. Yeah, I did one day. I told y'all back then we was in Kitty's Playhouse.
Yeah.
That once we did Brownsville pause.
Oh, and they almost robbed you.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
It was crazy.
You had $8,000 watch
It was
on.
crazy. I had my expensive watch on doing inexpensive.
You had a $12,000 watch on.
Nah, can't do that.
I had an expensive watch on
the
doing an
$20,000
inexpensive job.
You brung a Rolex to McDonald's.
Yeah, man. It was crazy.
Or the Nuggets.
I felt like niggas, I felt like dude's face was on my wrist. Pause. Like, no lie to you, like their face was just stuck to my wrist like a Freddy Krueger movie.
Bling, bling.
Like he was like, you know how he be coming out of different shit. Them niggas was coming out of my watch.
Yeah, they was saying
Their souls. Every diamond was a soul. They take it.
and they was willing to risk it.
That was it.
It was
They
crazy.
was Ghostbusters.
And they pressed us. I told you they pressed us.
Oh, man.
If you watch the other video, I said they pressed us within the first 5 seconds of us jumping out the car.
What you doing here?
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. So,
The new job.
yeah, I got another commission job, and it's, I'm going to say it out loud because I'm not ashamed of nothing I do. I am selling tickets to the buses for the buses on 42nd Street.
All right.
That do the tourism.
Nice.
I don't want to say the name of the company. I don't remember it anyway. But I don't want to say the name of the company. You know, for legal aspects. You know what I mean? But I don't remember it anyway. So and it wasn't a job to me. I didn't file the application. I didn't like really technically get interviewed. They just was like, this is what you do. You send the tickets for the bus, and are you going to be here today from 8 to 4? So I guess I got the job. And they threw an army shirt similar to this at me. It was crazy, same color pattern and everything. And so you get commission, you know, you got to sell these different packages. And what's the crazy about it is, I sold one of like 6 of that like most highest packages they had within the first 2 hours of doing the job. Sales and that shit.
For whoever was working there for a long time mad at you.
I got $100. I walked off with $1.
You both over the buck.
Yeah, like,
one day.
besides my 250.
With no social.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
And the week,
it was crazy.
the week not even over yet.
Yo, with no receipt. No receipt, no, the dude paid me around the corner from where we were standing.
Hey, that was kind of shiesty.
Oh, brown paper bag.
Around the corner. Hey,
He gave it to him in the
Yo,
brown paper
I didn't
bag.
know if he's gonna pay me or rob me. And I was like, yo, what's that dude name? It was like Shotgun Law, some shit like that. I'm like, that wasn't his name. I don't remember it either. But it was some like God shit. It was a God shit. I said, yo, what's that dude name? They like, that's like Shotgun Law. I'm like, okay.
so, yeah, cool.
But they told me that he paid me. He gave me $13 extra.
13?
You did a good job.
Damn, you had a tip.
On your first day.
On your first day, commission and a tip.
So it was 87. I got 100.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
yeah.
Hey.
So that was my first day of work.
Can I borrow $1?
Yo, it already went to my phone bill.
That was just the time.
I
You
live
want my
life.
pennies tomorrow, man.
I live life
You got it tomorrow.
-0. I live life for -0. When I pay something, it's something that was already owed.
That's all right. I'll touch back
Don't you worry
tomorrow.
about it.
Yeah. My bag, it don't clear to the money.
You know,
They don't clear to the money, man.
They don't pay no bills in advance for me no more.
No more.
They hold
They
back.
learned
They
their
don't,
lesson.
they don't spin the block with you, no.
They say you gotta send that in the mailbox.
You better go get some credit repair.
You gotta send the money in the mailbox. But how you doing, God?
Yo, I've been good. Everything's great. I've been working on some things. Pause. And working on some things for going on tour because I've been lining up a couple of spots. So we were gonna do like the East Coast. We're gonna do Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and I got Jersey. I'm trying to do something early in Jersey. You got fan base out there,
and in spots that he be getting is crazy too. It's not no hole in the wall shit.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, official tissue.
Nah, even if it's fish and chips, we gonna turn it out. Definitely, definitely. Somebody be like, "Oh shoot, it came with the show."
Yo, definitely. The last time we went on the road, someone was opening up. Who was opening up for Boogie? For 22 G's. PS3. So PS3 opened up for 22 G's.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. I think Ebony J was there.
Yeah, Ebony J was with us.
Ebony J was with us. Boogie Black was with us.
Boogie Black was a character.
Yo, shout out to my man.
Shout out to Boogie Black.
Yes. That's somebody who we done forgot about the guard on the Hangout.
Yeah.
That's another show on the Hangout. His show is called The Family Vibes. Mm-hmm. The guard is incarcerated on Rikers Island. We are trying to raise money for his GoFundMe. Someone just DM'd me. Well, it just wasn't just.
Yeah.
It was like early August, but I didn't see it to just today.
It's alright.
My bad, Boogie Black. I just went through DMs today from like the bottom of the phone. Like you know where you keep scrolling. Yeah, so it was one of those. And so I just sent his information. We got to GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
He's trying to raise. This is a lot of money. $800.
It's too much money.
Bail.
I got you, bro.
Bail. And somebody. And so let me say this. Somebody, shout out to Kem King because he put a buck in
definitely.
He put a buck inside the shit. Shout out to Kem King, man. Kem King is always supporting
shout out
S.STREET Media and shit, and everybody attached to it.
Definitely.
He's in the group chat too. So, and they just did the Labor Day parade, which is one of the topics on here.
Yeah.
The ladies, so he, Rotorama, Groundhog TV, DJ Weirdy Wolf, D.A. Johnson, Kem King, Al 99 is his name, I believe. They did the Labor Day parade, came out on ABC News.
Yes.
Groundhog TV, backdrop, clear as day.
Everything.
Clear as day. So, shout out to them. But back to the Labor Day parade.
Man, the Labor Day parade, I thought it would go off without a search. But
always messing up the parade.
Yeah, it's always something.
I think we talked about this on this show before.
Yeah, we did. That's the reason why we didn't go.
This is when we started. When we started the Hangout was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's crazy. And I think back then I said it was a ritual or something.
That's something that always happens.
I forgot what I said, but that's kind of how I felt. It was like a ritual or something. It's like it's like a blood ritual out there.
Yeah, it's usually
somebody's doing some put-do-ba-do-ba-do on the stuff, man. Know why I say that? And someone said this to me. Why do the person always get away? Number one, right? Number two is why it doesn't happen on Fifth Avenue, and why they don't put the Labor Day parade on Fifth Avenue with all the other parades.
Yeah.
So they said it's almost like a setup.
Suspicion.
It's almost a setup. Like they setting up it's like what's that? What they do when they try to entice you to do a crime? Entrapment.
Yeah.
They try to make a murder happen down there. They said
they know how it go down there.
And so 5 people were shot. One of them was killed.
Wow.
They said it was gang related. You know, someone had texted me like, "Yo, you going to the Labor Day parade?" I said, "No. Me don't do them things."
But
not me.
Me not go.
Last time I went, somebody died. So, and here's some.
That is becoming the ritual right there. Like every time somebody.
I want to tell you some weird shit though. My mom was talking to me about the parade, right? And she was telling me a little bit about the history. She's been going since like her her adoptive mother was taking her. I call her my grandmother, but to be technical, I have a grandmother by blood, and then it's something different. So she's been taking her to the parade since like Shirley Chisholm. I'm figuring that's about the 60s.
Right? Because my mom's too.
It's about the 60s. They said that's the one who kind of like pushed for that type of parade. And so she said she was going for years. And it didn't change to what it is now until 1977. She said, I took you as a child, you was 13 months old or 12 months old. It was the Labor Day parade. I went every year for years. I took you for the Labor Day parade, and she said they started shooting. She said I had to pick up your carriage and run with you. And so so we're figuring. She said I said, what do you think was the reason why for that? It was like the gang stuff was going on right around that and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, but a lot of them was like kind of like fighting within each other. Like there was like the different races be beefing with each other.
That's the same thing. Okay, just a side note, but kind of same difference. I was just working on a plantation at Rockefeller University. I have several brothers in the house, all from Jamaica. And they wasn't beefing heavy, but they picked on each other all day long. You're not from where I'm from, and it go like that. Then you get a new islander that comes in. Oh yeah, and there's sister from the island too, and this one and that one. But yet, literally be beefing with each other during the day because you're not from where I'm from.
So that's like they segregate each other amongst each other.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the whole light skin, dark skin debate, right?
I'm about to say it's
kinda like
I think all groups do that. It's tribal.
Yes.
It's very tribal.
With the Puerto Ricans, they got some. Were you born in the island or were you born in New York?
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's always
black people were Africans.
You see? And that is where they don't need to be no segregation because we all the same thing. We all the same blood. We was born in a different place, but we all the same shit.
Yo, it's very tribal. Before anybody invaded, we was fighting each other.
That's it.
We was like, it was already this tribe versus this tribe.
I've had a lot of people get mad at me for me specifically repeating what my father said to us. We were the ones committing crime on one another and enslaving one another back when, before they even came to the United States.
Before slavery.
We were the ones that were doing it. It wasn't the white man who
you
did it
beat
first.
your ops.
Not making excuses.
You beat your ops, and now your ops is your slaves.
Yeah.
What's the movie about the Indian that what is it called?
Got me messed up with movies.
What's that movie? Like I think like fucking Mel Gibson.
Oh, Braveheart.
No, it's an Indian one, and it has like on it's subtitle. It's subtitle. It's an ill Indian movie. But if you ever watch it, it's about like a tribe is being taken over by another tribe, and when this is happening, like a big tribe is really taking over everything. It's the Aztecs. Like this is this.
So like the small tribes is fighting, but the big one already know I'm coming to take over.
Yeah, and by the end of the movie, this one Indian is like running away from being. His family was like captured, and then it's crazy. It's like it's them trying to get away from this small tribe. But by the end of the movie, the main character gets to like where the Aztecs is at, and there was so many dead bodies on the bottom of like the pyramid that people when they was killing people by the minute, like poof, like, and it was like a pit of dead bodies, and you gotta watch this movie. And then by the time he gets away, pardon me, by the time he gets away, the ships is coming in on the water. And like the Indian, like the Indian, the Aboriginal, he gets like he finally gets to it. Like he gets to like the edge, and like you see like Christopher Columbus boats coming in. And so they didn't slow a third of them of each other before
they had to start the real war.
That's why they couldn't. That's why it wasn't a good fight, because they had killed off a third of them.
Happened, they would have been able to get him up out of here.
That's a fact.
There would have been no Christopher Columbus, and
what's going on right
exactly. That would have never happened. Wow.
Yo,
I ain't know that story. That's dope. I want to see that movie.
Yo, I gotta remember what it's called.
I want to see that.
It's not so many Indian modern. It's a weird name, but I'm gonna get it after. I can't remember shit when I need to.
Remember it.
It's something called age. No,
that's a fact. It's age plus weed plus not focusing. Like you gotta be able. We've been Google. It's not even focusing. We've been using Google to think for so long. I've been home now like 14 years. We've been Googling so long that we don't even use our brain the way we did before.
Yeah, we're not stimulating the archive.
You don't use to store information.
You don't think. You can't remember people's phone numbers right now.
No, hell no.
Yo, I remember I used to remember everybody's number. That was my eyes.
I don't even know my own number because I don't call myself.
Exactly.
Right?
So you get
myself.
it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I think that's what's happening to a lot of people. I don't think that is. It's like almost a forced dementia.
Yeah.
Like they got
facts, smart.
It's something going on that is we're not thinking the same no more.
They want you to push so that you don't use your brain as much. It's also easily accessible. But your brain is like a muscle. Where even though it is an organ, but it's a muscle where it's like the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So the less you use it, the weaker it gets. So if they make things so easily accessible for you, then they got you right where they need you.
You're not thinking no more. And so now when you try to remember something,
you can't.
If it ain't something that you say all the time or do all the time,
you can't.
You'll forget. Like this.
That's it.
So I try to, before I run to Google, I try to think about it first. I give myself some time.
You give yourself
myself some time.
Chance. You give yourself a chance before you cheat.
You gotta go through that Rolodex. Like, hold on, I know it's here.
You give yourself a chance before I cheat.
I got you.
Know what I mean?
Speaking of that, last week on the AOP Black episode, which y'all gotta check out. The AOP Black.
Check that out.
And Pudge, I forgot his piece of his name, but it's Pudge. It's Pudge. He's AOP also. We interviewed those two dudes. It was a great interview. I think one of our best shows that we've ever had. Like it was to me. I like that energy.
The energy, the good topic.
It was strong. He had a strong opinion. I had a strong opinion. It was dope, man. But in that episode, though, I couldn't remember Sean Hartwell. And I was like, Sean something. And I was like...
The gangster.
The shirts that he be pushing was fuck prison. And I had one. And I actually had his phone number. I actually spoke to him before. Sean Hartwell, and he was a kingpin at 13 years old with the E-Port Posse, New Jersey. They was killers all like 21 and under, and getting money, like Scarface type money. Yeah. So, and I couldn't remember. I remember Sean. But I couldn't remember the Hartwell. I couldn't remember the fuck prison thing. I was like, it's something prison. Yeah. So, yeah. And I didn't Google that. By the time the show was over, I remembered what it was.
Always happens.
So, the movie just came to me just now and bounced away again.
Then what is it?
It's crazy.
You can't find it?
It's like Calypto something. Calypto or Ellipto. It's like it's an Indian or Spanish name. It's the name of the movie. Apocalypto.
Thank you.
My man Rose Stats over there. Yo, that wasn't an L movie, God. That wasn't an L movie. You saw it?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Once you started describing the end, like the pitfall,
the pyramid,
and then them come like Christopher Columbus's boats coming at the end.
Yo,
it's like yo, that movie,
Apocalypto, man. That movie, it's subtitled. But it is a great movie, man.
I like subtitles.
One of my that's true. At least subtitles is good because it allows you to like read. So you engaging with the movie and reading.
Yeah.
Can you really?
Reading is fundamental.
Do you have peripheral thought?
Peripheral vision.
You know what I mean? Because you got to be able to read the subtitle and say
it once reading it and once watching it, and then the third time I put it together. So I gotta watch it 3 times.
3-time watching.
I love that.
No, that's crazy. That's a fact. I be trying to keep up, and I do. But I get it. I might have to watch it 2-3 times myself to fully grasp.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's a form of dyslexia, y'all. My bad.
It might be.
Yo,
somebody got to read it to you.
That's a fact.
You want me to read it to you?
And at the very end,
I'm gonna be your
give me a
audiobook.
synopsis.
How you feel about audiobooks?
How you feel about audiobooks?
Audiobooks? That's the only books I know.
That's the only books I know.
If somebody don't read that shit to me, I never see a page when
I don't know the doctor, but I think that's a form of dyslexia.
You know what's crazy about the audiobooks?
Yeah.
Is one way when it's like the one monotone voice to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it's different when they have like actors playing different parts.
I never had one of those.
Me neither. So that's why I said them shit.
I like the commercials.
You know which one was like sounded real different with the Curtis Jackson 50 Cent one. To hear him read his book and narrate it. It was just like he did it in a professional voice and then like in a like forward, and I'm like, that don't sound like 50 doing this show.
I definitely heard that one.
See, that's what I say. It depends who's delivering it. It makes
for me the one that got me into audiobooks was the Prodigy one. The Prodigy one.
Was it his voice?
Yes, it was him.
It was him.
Yeah, rest in peace to Prodigy. I was a huge Prodigy fan when his audiobook came out, and I used to, play that shit to go to sleep. Like I used to put it on, and I used to hear his voice and go to sleep, hear the story the next day. Gotta rewind a couple chapters, go back, hear that shit on my way to work. Like, but nah, Prodigy was the one that got me into audiobook, and then from there was when I heard the 50 Cent one, and then I started getting into audiobooks. I'm like, yo, this is kind of dope. Like you don't gotta read it. It's just kind of story time. You
take it in more better than reading it. You say like,
hey yo.
Pause. Whoa. You take in the information, pause.
Absorb the knowledge.
Exactly. And really know what you're reading.
Facts.
You're listening, reading.
Facts, man. Rest in peace, Prodigy, man.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
I tried the audio book in prison. I forgot what it was about. But like the monotone voice, I'm like,
you was like, no.
And you got to remember what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like this, like I I could see that the rapper lifestyle life, 50 Cent, but imagine like a real book.
A real
book. Like just
that voice.
No, forget the monotone voice. About remembering
what they talking about.
Yeah, like. Your memory gotta be kind of like a movie. Do you listen to it one time or do you rewind the tape?
He said rewind the tape. Where we do that at?
Nah,
he's still in prison.
He just in prison. Some prison got to rewind the tape.
He just reverted. He's like, hold up.
That's the only time I listen to an audio book.
But
the tape.
Yo.
You should let the tape rock till my tape pop.
Facts.
And still didn't remember what they were saying.
Facts.
But
I swear, that was kind of hard. Pause. That was complex.
Yeah.
That was complex.
But that
was a quagmire for me.
But it takes you back to when you was younger and you did listen to the audiobook in school, and then at the end they hit that button, beep, and then you turn the page.
Beep, and then you gotta
and
turn
then you sit there with your finger going across.
That's how to make sure that you're awake. Cause that shit beep.
Exactly. Beep.
You gotta press it.
No, I don't remember those, man.
I think that's a form of dyslexia.
I'm like, I believe that.
But when people remember that, I'm like, oh.
We used to listen to books, but maybe I do. Okay. It wasn't books. It was books.
You know what it was? You was waiting for the audiobook of Teddy Ruxpin to say it to you, right?
I remember the Teddy Ruxpin.
And you put the tape in?
No, in school we had tapes.
Along with him?
In school we had tapes. I do remember having tapes because we used to have the old school tape recorder in school with the big buttons.
And it was connected to the book.
Right?
Yeah.
No, not to connect it to the
book. To just the regular.
That was a different type of class.
That's a different class.
That was a yellow bus class.
My bad.
No.
They was connected to my helmet, yo. I just had to put the cord to my helmet.
I went to Catholic school, man. And so they used to have like the tapes when I don't think it was a book. It'd be like stories of like we listened to like the Bermuda Triangle. It was like actual lessons on tape back then.
Boring shit like
that was crazy.
He said the boring.
It was crazy.
I'm saying boring.
No, it was boring.
The voice was so monotone.
And that happening, I do remember at 126 junior high school, John Everett.
I do remember what tape.
I think now I do remember.
I was trying to think, man. I do remember like my cousin having like the little girl with the book, and it was something with a tape with it was a book, and I forgot. I
remember the library books. You got to sign your name in it. You got to put the little slot in it. You bring the book and made you like like 10 cents a day. Right now I owe 200,000 for a book. You know what I mean? They still garnishing my wages.
Yo, I used to hate the car shit in the back of the days. The car shit is mad boring. You had to wait while they writing mad shit, stamping it and all that shit.
They just be trying to make it seem important. Like
I stole, I just started stealing it from the library.
Oh Lord!
Once you figured out that the metal thing in between the book is just got to be ripped out, and you just go walk out. Did everybody know that?
Yeah.
The middle of the book, you just push the book to the end
because they put that in there,
and then it's a metal thing.
That's why the alarm goes.
And that's how the alarm goes off.
And
so half my collection came from the library.
How about when they started bringing movies?
Huh?
I started stealing when they had movies.
Yo,
that's when I started stealing.
Listen,
I ain't bringing these shits back.
I think I rented the Michael Jordan tape.
The Michael Jordan tape.
Yeah. From the library when he had like his little
the greatest hits,
something like that.
Just showing them but crossovers.
And the crazy part, I lived in the hood. A lot of dudes I knew didn't have a library card. I don't know why. But yeah.
Probably because they already exhausted how
they will
much
stay
they
under
owed.
or they will stay under the radar. You know what I mean?
So basically that tape went around the whole crowd, everybody, and I didn't get it back since. But I went to that library and he was like, "Yo, you owe."
Get the fuck out of it. They outbundled
me for real, boy.
You still owe till this day.
But they just said it was into collections.
Yo, they don't get a sponge. They don't get a sponge. That's not like a record. You owe the public library. You owe them today. You owe them today. They don't forgive debts.
Yo, the library card is like an ID in life. Yo, that's a point on the motherfucking to get your ID. Your driver's license.
Yeah, you got a library card? Yeah.
Library card is it's hard to get one.
My mama had to sign for that. Of course. They like,
and at this age,
heavy.
you walk into the library, right? Which I did last year, about maybe 2 months before the 50th anniversary hip hop cards came out, and I was so mad. I'm like, damn, I should go back and see if they give me the new one. See, I lost it.
Yeah.
But when I walked in there, I walked in to use the restroom, right? And I'm like, you know what? I haven't had a library card in that long. I'm like, let me go sign up for one. And they looked at me like, why don't you have a library card? They were looking at me like, what alien doesn't have a library card? I'm like, where's the paper? Where do I fill out the paper for the library card? This is not a paper. We can just punch it in. And I'm like,
So it's a real thing. Like, do I have to say word for an interview to get a library card?
My library experience revolves around going to different, outside of like adulting library, is going to different libraries and like you get the first free. You get to rent like 4 books in the beginning, like to test you out, and I never bring those shits back. So I always get caught at that process in every library that I've been to. I'm like that with videotapes too. When VCRs was out and Blockbuster, I always fucked up my account and had to like use different names and addresses. I always was one of the. I was like that as a kid.
Throwback.
You was a dead dodger.
I was always bad at that. Word. But did you ever see recently Gilly and Wallow interview 50 Cent?
Yeah, I seen that one.
How you felt? Did you watch the whole thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I seen bits and pieces. My bad. But what I saw and all the all the knowledge and stuff that he was giving out, and then having the jokes, like I seen like towards like the middle part, but yeah, that was something to watch because these niggas had.
I literally seen somebody post it, and I seen 50 Cent and both of them sitting with 50 Cent in the middle, right?
Interesting.
And I liked the post. I put 3 fires, and I left. That's serious. That's all I did.
It's kind of like 50 Cent is the person that know how to take over interviews.
Yeah.
Like
so
I feel like he talks more. Yeah, he talks more than what people allow it. Like you can ask him a question, that question will lead into something else, and then he'll end up interviewing you. Like he's a very cerebral type of person, and I don't know if he's always been that way, that's why he's been so successful, or if he learned that along the way. But I know he definitely created some skills that he's always the master in that room when it comes to conversation. Like no matter if you're the one that is interviewing him, at the end of the day it's gonna seem like he gave you only the information that he wanted to give you. And all the questions that you had written on paper, you probably got through 2 of them because he took up so much other time, and he engulfs you into his conversation and his wordplay, and that's why he's a mastermind, and that's why he at where he at right now. Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta kind of respect it, but I feel like when he's being interviewed, we don't get the answers that we want to get because he's a master of knowing how to swivel, spin, divert, and do what he do, and he give you what he wants you to have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The interview was interesting. It was interesting. I didn't watch the whole thing. I probably watched like 70% of it. He said a lot. So how I feel about a lot of people like in my age group, especially people who lived through those same experiences, like a lot of his game to me ain't really game. It's stuff like, and if you from that time, it's common sense to us, but to a generation or a couple of generations behind us, it's some real game. So, but I definitely say he has some interesting conversations about different things. The Fat Joe thing he brought up. He even talked about designer, which is one of the things that's going on around the net right now. And designer responded back.
Oh, I didn't know about that shit.
Yeah, check that shit out. That shit is crazy. That dude is crazy.
Yeah.
That dude is crazy. The response, it's crazy.
I didn't understand the response. I like.
He said one line.
I didn't. Yeah, like I didn't understand what he was saying at all because I usually don't like. That doesn't compute to my ears. I just imagine him say 50 Cent in the line, but like, was that supposed to be a diss or was that supposed to be a just a mention? Yeah,
he said, I don't want no 50 Cent. I want a 50 mil.
I don't want a 50 mil, and then it's like, wow, and then so many people put a fire underneath the.
I'm pretty sure 50 Cent is worth well over 50 mil.
Yeah, but so he 50 shitted on him. I don't think intentionally though.
He just told the truth. He had one record,
and so it wasn't that negative.
Yeah, it was just your work ethic. I see what you got.
So
what else you got?
I'm signing you.
So I want to be able to be like, yo, this is what he got. He's versatile. He could do this. But you just had that one song.
He had one song.
He's like, and it wasn't like he's like nuffed him. He was like, I want to work with you, but.
It's like he only had one song.
Still gave you a chance to come back to him.
Yeah.
Some people are just like, all right, it's over, you know. Mm-hmm. But still give you a chance to come back. Like, when you get something, come back to me. Pause. But other than that,
I mean, that's not even an opinion, though. At this point, that's a fact.
It's a fact, yeah.
He had one record, and he wanted to get signed for money that he wasn't worth because he didn't have no other records to back that one up. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just, like, and then you are the definition of a one-hit wonder. So that you're going to get one-hit wonder bread.
Basically.
He's crazy.
And hopefully your royalties is up to par to where you can really make money off that one-hit wonder later on. Yeah. And you could commercialize it or something.
He's crazy. I would have did some dumb Kramer shit. if I was designer and like I only had one song and like they offering me money, I would have did some Kramer shit. I would have they would have had me at the table. I would have been like, they'd be like, yo, we're gonna offer you like, you know, 6. I'm like, it's like 600. I'm like, I take it.
600, I take it.
You want this rap? You want this rap?
I got you.
You want this corny ass rap? Take it. You paying $600?
Oh, panda. Next one gonna be polar bear. Yeah, I got you, yo. There's a lot of animals on that.
I would have been following up.
I'm gonna bring you the jungle.
I would have got rich. Yeah, so he's crazy because he's trying to push it, and I would have pause. I would have took the 300,000. I would have took the 10,000.
And then invested into another one. You know what I mean? Like seriously.
You want this rap? This one word rap? Yeah, take it.
That's kind of the same thing like with Trinidad James, right? With the gold all of my gold all like it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's only one record. Mm-hmm. He only had one mineral.
But he knew how to capitalize. It went mineral.
I done made silver, platinum, diamond. I done made every record you want. I got you.
He said, I'm making it
he only had gold. That's it. You know what I mean?
Beans.
Shit. Yo, I'd have had this shit every.
He should have made a silver version.
A silver version. Silver all of my
cheaper.
For the real hood niggas who know the vibe.
Yo, I think he's only known for his glasses now.
That's it.
Like,
he known for his glasses and for his crooked teeth.
And like he be doing like some crazy fashion, Nas X shit.
He definitely aficionado.
He might as well do like all the other older rappers do. They go and
die.
No, not even.
He said die.
They go make a studio, put their name on it, try to live off their name, and get everybody to pay for it. That's it. You know.
Speaking of these type of rappers,
what is he
gonna do it? I'm like, speaking of these type of rappers, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
I want the blackballers out the game.
Nah.
My Facebook is already on fire right now for this one.
That's just the segue to go into his page, and then you understand what we're talking about.
I was going to say,
let's see how much motion you get.
I could definitely shake the web up right now. I guarantee.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of different shit was happening, man. I'm definitely going to skip this one. I'm never going to skip it. So we have 2 people in the hangout. I was going to say the crib.
The crib.
But it is the crib.
It is the crib.
We had chill. We had to hang out. And you know, we have this dope MC. He goes by the name of Bigga Skillz BX. Yeah. You know, he's making a lot of noise. In the beginning of this episode, you're gonna hear the song "Yeah." In the motherfucking beginning.
Yeah.
You know
you should go and answer. Yeah.
Yo, talk to me about that song before we get into like your background. Let's talk about this song. I said it should be a single. I think you
It
should
is a
put some
single?
energy behind it. It's real catchy. Number one. Number two, real relatable. Right? I would say that.
Totally.
Number three, when it's very relatable, it becomes hypnotizing. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it. I think that you should definitely put that out. It is, to me, like Ayo was back in the radio. Pause. But like how that song was, it was like the anthem of that time.
Yeah.
Right? That's Dougie Fresh?
Dougie Fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. So is, I think, something that'll last long, that'll have some longevity, and it definitely resonates with a lot of people. I think you could definitely have the East Coast on Smash for sure. Yeah. For sure. I think more than that. You hear that in wrestling, the fucking what's the dudes, the Rock's cousins that wrestle. I forgot my
The Bloodline.
The Bloodline dudes. The cousins be saying and a lot too.
And that shit goes to like how I was telling y'all before when I was at a wrestling event, the Monday Night Raw, and I was there with my ex. The ex before the ex before the ex, you know what I mean? Because it just seemed like everybody always think I'm talking about the same girl.
You gotta switch it up. You gotta switch it up.
That just seemed like everybody think I'm talking about the same girl. Like, yo, believe me, it's been more than after. But anyway, you know what I mean? But anyway, there was a wrestling event I went to, and I remember like it was like an intermission, and I was kind of drunk. I was feeling under the, you know what I mean? I had one too many drinks, right?
What?
So
margarita.
So I basically just started screaming "yeah," and then from the other side, somebody said "yeah," and then we was in Madison Square Garden, and then it just started pinging around "yeah," and the whole stadium. And then there was a couple footages out there of when they was there. I can't remember the exact date, but I'm gonna look it up because I do know that there was times where they had the footage of people like behind the scenes, like, yo, you can't take nothing to New York because they always be on some New York shit. And I remember that my ex at the time was like, yo, look at what the fuck you done started. Look at what you done started. So that kind of spiraled an idea in my head. I was like, you know what? Everywhere we go is your. And then I was like, but they don't got no song for us. So I decided to put together a record, and then I'm like, it don't sound right with just me by myself, because you can't talk to yourself. You talking to your peoples. So then I got my gang with me, UDU, Underdogs United, and they rap incredibly. And I'm like, yo, let's
bring
do
that
this.
back. What's the crew name?
Underdogs United.
Underdogs United.
UDU.
Got you.
UDU.
Got you.
So I just asked them to get upon it. Yeah, that shit just went crazy. Like, it's fire. That is one of our singles from that project. Well, we got many singles from that project, so that's why this one kind of been the one lingering, because we've been kind of testing out what people like the most. But this has been the one that's kind of been gaining the most traction as of late. So this is the one that we're gonna push.
Gotcha.
But most definitely, your shit going in, shit. Y'all know the vibe.
That's definitely.
Yo, outside of that song, do you have a project out right now?
Right now, yes, I got a project that just finished. I'm basically doing a rollout for it. It's dropping on my birthday, my actual birthday, October 25th. Right. I'm a Scorpio season, you know the vibe.
Scorpio season.
And I'm basically just been putting out like, I've been doing this like behind the scenes kind of synopsis of where I describe each record, and I'm talking about how the songs came about and the features that I had, because it's been a long time coming. Like, it wasn't something that had been from now. It's been from many years, because I've been doing a lot of group projects and doing songs with people and this and that, but I never really had a solo project of my own.
So this is your first solo album?
Of my own, putting it together, yes. I had another solo project, but it kind of was with a producer, so it kind of was a joint project.
It was a collaboration.
Yeah.
It was a collab.
Yeah, so this one is like different producers, different people. This was all me, all my brainchild, all everything, just me, and just bringing my people on that I respect, like, and like, people that I want to do songs with and make the best music with, and I feel like I just made a little collection of that, and that's what y'all gonna hear, and it's super dope.
And what's the name of the album?
It's called The Bigga, The Better.
The Bigga,
The
Better.
Pause.
Definitely.
He said pause.
Yeah, Bigga the Better pause.
So,
Pause on
what,
pause.
in your opinion, outside of you now working with the one producer through the whole album, what's different about this album than that album?
I just think that before I was just a person that I could rap. I could rap and I got away with words, and that kind of just something that I love to do. So when somebody give me a direction, I just go in that direction. I make it my own, and I'm able to create magic through it. So I feel like now I wasn't given no direction. Like now I gave myself the direction, and I chose to do certain records and certain things. Like before, I was strictly hardcore hip hop, murder, fuck you, do this, like, and that is because that's where I was from. That is what I came from. That's what I grew up as. That's what I used to do. And then after a while, you start growing up, you start maturing, you start seeing different things in life. And I just feel like I just kind of came up with my own thoughts and my own direction through experiment, and this is my own creation. Like everything
baby.
on this record is me. Like, and all the features, people that I wanted to be on records, and beats is beats that I picked, and topics is topics that I created. So this is all me. So this is 100% me. Besides the collaborations, the people that are on it with me.
What studio did you work out to make this album?
Oh, I worked out of a lot of different studios, man. A lot of different studios, a lot of different producers, a lot of different beat makers, a lot of different people. But it was all done in the Bronx, though. You know what I mean? It was all done in the Bronx. I can't really give you the names of.
Got you.
But yeah, I mean, I could, but I just can't really remember right now. So I don't want to leave no one person out by mentioning. You know what I mean? So, but they know who they are, and they all gonna give they all gonna get their credit when.
That's what's up.
Yo, speaking of the Bronx, man, which is, you know, the home of hip hop, how you feel about the Bronx's hip hop landscape right now? What's going on up there, hip hop wise?
Right now, I think it's beautiful, man. Not to be politically correct, right? Because everybody want to be politically correct. I don't want to just say that. I don't really listen to too much of the drill or too much of what's going on.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, like I'm not really too in tune with that. You know what I mean? But just like growing up, I was the youngest one in my crew. So now, not my crew, because I don't want to make it seem like no gang affiliated, but just growing up, you was the youngest one amongst your peers. And now there's a lot of younger ones that's coming up under me, pause, right? So I just feel like I learn about them, but I'm not too in tune with them. Like my ears really don't register what they saying or what they talking about. Like I'm more into bars. I'm more into like stuff that got more structure, more lyrics, more that. But I'm not mad at what's going on. I feel like there's a lane for everybody, and I'm not just saying that. I feel like people don't like what I'm doing. They stay considered lyrics and bars and being that type of rapper old school. I feel like what's going on now is considered new school, but I feel like there's a lane for everybody. Like we don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I listen to. That's not what I do. But I don't never try to tear those type of, you know what I mean? Tear those type of rappers down. And if we could do records, we could collab and we could mesh. Like, I've even tried to play around with some of their beats and try to be a fool and all that, but I don't sound no good on that. And sometimes you just got to be a man. You got to realize, like, that's not your lane. You know what I mean? That ain't your lane. Don't be what you not. Don't be what you not. Nah. I don't do no auto-tune. I don't do no Cash Cobain beats, which I did do the Fisher.
Okay.
The Fisher. I tried it, and I'm gonna be honest. I thought I sounded horrible, and it's out there. Y'all can hear it. I thought it sounded horrible. You know why? Because it wasn't genuine to me.
Yeah, it was
it wasn't real.
ad-lib.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't real to me, but it is out there. Some people love it. They're like, yo, you killed it. Nah, I would never do it again. You feel what I'm saying?
Because you don't feel it.
Yeah, I would never do it again. But I tried it, you know what I mean? Because it's all fun. Like, it's all fun. Definitely. It's all love. It's all about opinion. Like, there don't got to be no specific red, white, blue. Like, there's 50 Shades of Grey, how that sex books go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
50 of them.
There's even more than that.
Yo,
That's crazy.
what's the last time you performed for an audience?
The last time I performed for an audience, I think it was probably your venue. Yeah. I think it was your venue. It was for Lady J venue. She had invited me out, and when was it?
That was August 23rd.
Yes.
Yep.
August 23rd. Yep.
We did the mega album release concert, headlining Sam City that came in from France. And we had, certain media, the Mazuma Stacks podcast in the building. We had Agent Blur and DJ Thriller, Aiden and assistant on the ones and twos with the artists that were performing. And we had amongst, all the artists, Bigga Skillz, because it was an alternative vibes event. This is going to lead into the mega album mixtapes that are coming out January 2025. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be part of that, but it was also because Bigga. There's no reason why you shouldn't be part
I think
of
that should get a gunshot. Pow, pow, pow.
But it was also because Bigga was just, rolling out Sheesh. And I was like, this is perfect because the mega album release concert is specifically for those that are releasing new music, whether it was 2 months fresh or about to happen within 2 months. That was what it was comprised of. And Bigga came out and he killed it. Like, if you go to his page at Bigga Skillz on IG, you're going to see the ladies was digging the sheesh. You know what I mean?
They was
regardless
digging the
what
sheesh.
it was a vibe and they definitely loved it. So y'all go tune in. He has besides the mega, album release concert where he performed, he has a few performances coming up, and he has listening sessions that are going to be available for the general public in the Bronx, in Manhattan, and in Brooklyn, where you'll be able to listen to Sheesh before it's out on DSPs.
Bigger facts.
Yo, so who is some of the people who inspired you to do music?
Who inspired me to do music? I think growing up, I didn't grow up in a hip hop household, right? So I'm not gonna say that. I grew up in
most of us did.
I grew up in a very Spanish household. It was all salsa, merengue, Puerto Rican music. You know what I mean? I think that when I first kind of when they say jump off the porch, I think that of course it's gonna sound cliche, but it was definitely Big Pun and DMX.
Yo, Underdogs, I'm sorry, but Underdogs United are the next Terror Squad. I'm going to keep saying that. And everybody
Yeah, she told me that. She told me that.
Terror Squad and at Fat Joe, because when they notice that they have the next generation Terror Squad on their hands, you're going to see Bigga Skillz going.
Yeah, we definitely.
I gotta analyze your music more in detail. As
UDU.
Yeah, what you call it?
As UDU as
so Fat Joe, DMX.
No, Big Pun DMX.
Big Pun, pardon me. Big Pun DMX.
Yeah.
Two definitely different artists. Yeah. Two different artists.
Exactly. That's why I don't sound like either one of them. I wasn't trying to portray them. I was just trying to give them their flowers, you know what I mean? Like, when I say the underdogs, that actually, that was the term that I used a long time ago. I've been part of many crews, right? And what's funny is I've been the one that always came up with the name for them. For the majority of the time, I was the one that came up with the name, but we came up with 3D. We had Minority Masterminds. We had before the whole Black Lives Matter movement. My shit was BLM, and it was Bronx Lyrical Monsters. Before that, and then I kind of had to get rid of that because of the whole Black Lives Matter movement.
That's fucked up,
yeah,
man.
so but I still say that I'm the Bronx Lyrical Monster. I just don't use those initials because I know it's a more sensitive subject. But
they was crooks anyway.
Well,
Oh my bad. I don't want to say that on. I don't want to say that on.
Hey.
Let's remain
we gonna bleep it. We gonna bleep it.
To get canceled.
No cancel.
But I was really I just found names like kind of creative, and then I thought, you know what, we the underdogs and we united, and basically the whole idea for the underdogs united movement, if I could have a quick real couple seconds, was just basically like finding the most talented that ain't had the most buzz. It kind of like, that's why I say I'm here for the talent contest. I'm not here for the popularity contest. I'm here for the talent show. And that is what I say whenever we outside. Like, we're not here for the popularity contest. Like, we here for the people that really care about the culture, really care about the bars, really are still kind of like in the back writing and creating the best that they can, because they still feel like they want to be the best in a world where nobody give a fuck about that no more. You feel me? But we still want to do that
right now. You sound like a purist.
And that is kind of the lane that we at. But on top of just being a purist, I know how to have fun, and that's why Sheesh is what it is. That's why Yer is what it is. That's why 1-2 is what it is. And when you hear my album, that album is gonna be pure fun. Now, when you hear my second one, then that's gonna be pain and that's gonna be bars. But that's
so, you know, I got to be backwards sometimes.
yeah.
Just cause, and you know, the inspire question is like very redundant. Very, very cliche. You know what I mean? Accent over the E, cliche. You know, and so I'm going to say this. Who's some of the people that didn't inspire you? Like, who's some of the people like, you said, I don't want to be like that. Or I don't want to have that. Like, that shit turns me off. His music sucks. Yeah, and I don't want you to.
I don't want to fall in the category.
I don't want you to get fucked up in the game. But you know, there's certain people that you could say that shit was corny.
You saying from when I started or like from right now?
From back then.
Back then, I never really thought about who didn't inspire me. I just kind of just gravitated towards people that did. And I just kind of, whoever didn't, I just kind of didn't pay attention to them. You know what I mean? I didn't listen to them. That's why, like, one of my biggest flaws is I don't remember my own lyrics, right? And it's because I was constantly on to the next one. I don't remember, like, I'm a fan, I'm a super fan of many artists, but I don't remember their lyrics word for word. I just kind of just get inspired and I keep pushing, you know what I mean? So I can't really remember somebody that I'm like, I don't want to be like that person or I don't like that person. I couldn't really mention somebody that I didn't like, you know what I mean? Maybe like when growing up and the genre started to shift and I'm like, damn, that's not what this is, or that's not, but then it's all just...
what genre you said... Oh, I can't fuck with that shit.
Probably
outside of drill, because everybody's still gonna say drill. Outside of drill.
It's not a genre that I didn't like, but it's a genre that I knew that I couldn't do. Like when Soulja Boy came out, when Nelly came out with the Down Down Baby, like it sounds that I knew that I wouldn't be able to reciprocate, and I felt like they was taking over, and they was maybe taking away a little bit of the hard work that we was putting in, because that seemed like that just kind of, you know, with the Laffy Taffy and all that, like it just seemed like that was just so playful. They wasn't taking the hard work that we were putting in on this pen that serious. So, but I think that's like so long ago that it's kind of not something that needs to be brought up now. I just feel like it just, a time and place where he was like, nah, we're not, like, I could never do that. And then it's like through the years with all the different shifts, I stood to my roots. I stood to what I rap like, what I do, and I could try to add a little bit of the little swag to it, a little flavor to it, but it's always gonna be me.
Let me say this. No, like, just on some side shit.
Yeah.
Nelly's Down Down Baby was a gangster song. I'm not like
No.
It's one of the most gangsterous songs that on the low. It's like it kind of remind me of what Drake did with what's the Susie baby Susie Slide?
Yeah.
When Drake's Susie Slide is Nelly's Down Down Baby.
See, but I can't say that it was whack. I can't say that it was whack.
No,
I
understand.
It
the
kind of changed.
the snap
It
music.
changed.
I wasn't with on none of that shit. I think the last dude who I felt the last MC that I thought had some shit in that genre was like Shorty Low. I was a Shorty Low fan back then, and I thought he had, like, out of all them D4L and all them other before Soulja Boys, just that snap rap shit. Very few to me sounded official, but Shorty Low used to be kicking some like gangster, like Pimp C, Bun B, Scarface shit on those type of songs.
Sound good.
And I knew when I see his videos, like they be doing all the snap dances, and he wasn't doing none of that shit. And they got like big jewelry on pause. That shit sound crazy too.
The shit gets so real, right? Remember when Jay-Z did the Death of the Auto-Tune?
Yeah.
Right? The shit gets so real and we were so tired of what was going on that me, my homie Mel Fraser, and my homie Mass, we did a record called The Death of the Mumble. And we wanted to kill that mumble rap shit. And we did a record, and the record is super fire. You can find it right now on all platforms, especially on YouTube. We got a whole music video for it. This what New York sound like, and fire bars on top of bars, and it was this the death of the mumble. We was trying to kill mumble rap, and we was trying to bring it back. And even in that record, I said like the death of auto-tune, this the death of the mumble. Damn, you know what? That shit was so long ago. I can't remember the balls. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You say you write so much joints that it's hard to remember these shit.
Exactly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But in there, I even threw in when the Yin Yang Twins said the Whisper song. I even threw in when Juvenile did High. Like I threw in a lot of shit into my record to explain. Like we not just excluding this generation. We just saying like let's get back to the bars. Like let's just get back to something that means something. Something that you gotta think about.
I agree. It seems I think lyrics are soulless now. I think they are.
We're the outliers. Yeah. We're the outsiders now. Now it's so fucked up that we considered old school. How the fuck is bars considered old school?
It's not even old school.
How is lyrics considered old school?
It's throwback music now.
Yeah, like how is that?
Oh, that's a throwback hip hop.
You know, it's funny. I saw Ice Spice with Kai Cenat in the truck shit he was doing. He was like podcasting out of the back of a truck. And Ice Spice came on and he's like, yo, kick that freestyle. And she was like, and she turned around and started twerking, right? And so he was like, he's mad into it, right? And then when he finished, she was like, so what's with the freestyle? She's like, oh, that was it.
Fire. She killed it. She did it.
That was, to me, that's the first time I heard somebody actually pootie tang in real life. Somebody pootie tanged in real life. Yo, we about to play the new Pootie Tang song, and it goes like this. Yo, that shit is crazy right there.
You heard that?
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yo, that
one of my
was
favorite
killing me,
movies.
boy.
And so it's actually happening right now. It's actually happening. We are living in those times. So I hear you when you say what you're talking about lyrically. Do you mind me asking your age?
My age, yeah, I'm 35.
Oh wow. And I don't want to sound surprised, but 34, 35, that's young. That's young. And to have that mindset of...
It's up there.
I thought you was on some 40, 38 shit, 39 shit. You definitely are... I understand where you're coming from, because now, technically, you are the people on top, not on top of, but you are the elders to the drillers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are the elders to the drillers. To the drillers, you 34,
The drillers
but
don't
to
got
them
no
you're
elders,
43.
though. They don't got no OGs.
No,
They don't got no
I don't
OGs.
say no OGs though. The elder, meaning that you're just older than them.
Yeah.
That's all.
In age, absolutely.
That's all.
By age, absolutely.
And so,
By technicality, no.
Yeah.
you know,
It's probably only a handful that'll fuck with you.
yeah, and those got to be like someone that was reared by someone wise.
Exactly.
And that's rare, because babies are having babies, and a lot of them drillers is their mama is my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you figure chick had a kid at 14 years old. You know, her kid 20. She is a baby still to me. Like, even at 24, she's a baby. You know, so and right now, when you said about, we grew up in households where they didn't play, they played salsa and they played this. Well, I grew up in the one that played disco and soul and R&B, and most black people who grew up of American New York descent. Definitely, that's the household music, and so. Now you have a generation of people who the household music is hip hop. They are rap babies. They are babies who was born into rap literally. Like literally, where the generation of rap controls media.
That just made me think of something, right? Because it's like I said, I didn't grow up in a hip hop household. I grew up in Spanish music, right? And I eventually grew up into creating my form or my version of hip hop, of what I like and what I appreciate. Now these kids are they're growing up under hip hop family households, but sent like the same way that I didn't make salsa, they not making that.
Sure indeed.
They're making their version of what they could create underneath that, and I just kind of came up to that understanding right now that I'm hearing you say it, because it's like you grow up underneath one umbrella, but that's not the shade that you're gonna create, or the shade that you choose to be under. Because I grew up under salsa, I didn't grow up to be a salsa singer. I grew up to be a rapper. Now there's kids that grow up under rap that not gonna grow up to be that. They're gonna grow up to be a trill music or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it just kind of evolves, and it's kind of what their influence is, not only at home but at school, and when we're at and people follow trends. And that is one thing that I've always been trying to stay away from, is the trends, and trying to be a purist, like how you said. And I never really considered myself to be a purist, but I guess at this moment that it is what it is. But I just don't like to be encaged into no kind of bracket, because I still play around with sounds and play around with different flows and play around with different things. So I don't want to just be a strictly boom bap type of nigga, but I could basically do it all. But that I just stick more towards my lane.
How did you and Lady J meet each other?
Oh man, I just met her today.
Yo.
Yeah.
Who's that?
They called us like, yeah. She came
So there's like several versions of this story, right? I guess I'm gonna take a little bit of the lead on that. In 2021, I was doing the East Coast collab tours when I met Bigga Skillz through him being Underdog United's face and body and administrator and so on. And although at that moment him and the crew couldn't get on to the project, I would say maybe like a year later, right? I come back to the drawing board, and now Underdogs United had a different flow, right? Had a different feel, had more members, and they were doing more body of work than what they originally started with the hip hop and rap. They even started having appearances within the cypher world, showcasing their music.
These are the dudes that's on your song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So originally, I met Bigga Skillz as the man of Underdogs United. And then once I got to have a connection with him and we met in person, it was no longer like, okay, Bigga Skillz, Underdog United. It was Bigga Skillz is Bigga Skillz. And we just continued to build a relationship from there. We realized we had certain common associates, right? BK All Day Entertainment, and to coming out to an event with me.
BK all day.
BK all day.
Yeah, BK All
BX all day, BX all day, you heard?
So
Is it BX or
Nah,
BK?
no,
it's
no.
BK.
So
I
is
just
she
fuck with
a
her.
Spanish girl with
Yes.
pale face?
Yeah.
I know her for years. I actually have
Yeah,
like
we-
clothing from her.
Don't say with the pale face. Come on, man.
So-
Nah, she like no.
She does.
No,
She has a
She
black
likes
tone.
it. She likes it. Yeah, she
but,
is.
but she
Like,
has
she's
bright,
not your
beautiful
color.
eyes. No,
No,
they are
she
two different
light skin,
complexions.
She been doing her thing for a minute.
Nah, she has.
Yo,
Most
what is wrong?
definitely.
I actually know her from DT, the other station.
The other station.
The
yo,
other station that I come
Shout out to
from.
her. Shout out to her.
Yo, she's been rocking, doing what she been doing for a minute. So
Nah, most
I had to
definitely.
say that. Shout out to her.
Most definitely. Shout out to her.
So Marty comes in the building. It just so happened to be we had again many common associates. One of my boys, Just, who's ran Williamsburg for as long as back again 126 days. This is junior high school era. We all had grew up. Whether we didn't grow up together, we grew up amongst one another because we all had the same friends. And within the industry, she had already worked with Bigga Skillz and Underdog United. And that kind of vouched for me, because that is one thing I can give BK All Day, likes to work with serious individuals.
Facts.
If they're not seasoned, as long as you have that mind frame and that mindset of this is business, right? Then she's definitely going to do her thing with you. So she had worked with them in the past, and again, that was like my super reference to UDU at that time. And then after that, it was just a no-brainer hearing UDU and then saying, I'm behind UDU, but I'm also behind Bigga, because Bigga is a real type of person. Not only is he dedicated for himself and his talent, he's dedicated for UDU and the communities behind all of us.
So,
That's a big effect.
yo.
I don't know if by any chance my mic went
Uh-oh.
off, but
No, but I was.
you're in trouble.
No, you good, you good.
Oh yeah, no. She like what she's saying is 100% true. Like yeah, like Bigga Skillz is Bigga Skillz and UDU is UDU. I am a part of that. But we all our own bosses. We all our own men. We all our own individual. You know what I mean? Like how we like to say, no one man above the crew. We all run this. You know what I mean? We all equal partners. But everywhere I go, it's always UDU forever. Like it's us. You know what I mean? Is my cousin. Is my best friend Mel Phrase, that I think he the greatest rapper of all time.
Yo, he is the bomb.
and is my boy Els, which oh man, he's the most phenomenal. Like he's the most phenomenal, and he be doing battles and he be doing everything. When I gave up on rapping, When I
still
kind of
doing
fell
his
back,
thing?
he was battling and he was waving the UDU flag. After I kind of gave up on it, he was like, all right, nigga, you might not be doing this, but this is gonna fall on my back. And he was battling, killing shit, waved the flag. When I decided to get back, I was like there was no egos amongst us, you know what I mean? It was just and then now I just got a project coming out, so and I'm kind of the face of it, but it's not. We all,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
United.
One company.
Yeah, we all
different
that.
owners.
We all that. We all
Yeah.
that.
So everybody got their own franchise
Yeah.
to this.
That's a bigger fact.
That's it, boy.
We all that.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what I was like, yo.
incorporation at its best.
Especially we was talking about how the kids like listening to this rap stuff, and I think about it. I'm like, remember how we, crack babies? That's what they are, the crack babies. Because remember, our music was, whip it up, and I was put it up.
And then the spray
I was
pot babies.
yeah, basically. So everybody was always cooking up crack in the rhymes, and if you was high, I cook up. So now these are the crack babies. They don't want to sing doing a rap like that. They want to do something, and then you notice, like their attention span. The song we used to listen to the music like 3 minutes long. Now it's a minute and a half, a minute 12.
3 to 5, sometimes even 6.
I was gonna-
now they're up to 3.
I was gonna say when you was talking about the music again, and you was going into the aspect of them listening to rap, I think that's where the soulless part comes in, because we listen to stuff that has soul in it, and food was cooked with soul. Even the food now is shallow. Even the food now is not what it was 20 years ago. So everything that's being poured into our children is diluted, and so it's when you hear their music, is of soulless sound. For me, when you was part of your kid, you probably played sports outside of basketball, because that's the only thing they have. But there was other things that people was doing: skelly, hopscotch, motherfucking
Coco Livio,
all the different
outdoor
games
stuff
that you connected with other children, and so it allowed you. You didn't want when you got older. You didn't want to kill him because you played sports. This nigga 20 years.
Help you build character.
Life.
For real.
All right.
Can I take a quick
do what you do. Do what you do. Yeah, do what you do.
Sure.
Yeah, you positive.
Yeah.
So a lot of people believe me.
That's what is the disconnect with the music. With
yo,
that. And then the crazy part that it is, we was probably listening to Motown and stuff like that, but we ain't make no Motown music. We probably use the beats from the Motown to do our own lingo to it, but these kids, they use a piece of the beat we did and just repeat over it.
I hope your boy put it in the right megabyte, because I tried to upload it to my phone and it ain't going right, and that's gonna be a problem.
Yo,
we still on air.
Yo, what you call it? That's cool. This is let me say this: there's no crew of Caucasian interns behind the camera. It is myself. And so when you see me walk off, I didn't go to the bathroom, I didn't smoke some bud, I didn't sniff some cocaine. No
bumps over here.
I went to make sure that all the microphones was official, because last time we did the show, there was a lot of problems. We're probably going to go back to our old setup coming up. I'm going to say maybe our next episode might be the old setup. We don't want to do the table no more. I feel very viewish, and I'm not Whoopi Goldberg. And so, I want to go back to our normal setup where we had the couch involved, we had the red seats involved. It was more laid back. We had the microphones on the arms, paws. So I think we're going to do that. I think I'm going back to that. I don't want to promise y'all that because I am a procrastinator when it comes to some things. But I'm thinking that we might do that. This table that we have that costs a lot of money, $3,000 that I didn't use.
We love it.
They gave it to us.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's heavy. It's heavy, and I don't feel like moving it every for to put the couch back in. Pause. It is going to take this table moving far, and so we don't want to move it far. Yeah, we don't. I don't want to. Oh, yeah. Boogie Black took my dolly before he got arrested. Yeah. I gave him a refrigerator, a mini fridge, man, and he took it. And 2 days later, he was in prison. Oh. Man,
we gotta get him back to his refrigerator.
So, Lady J, man, talk to me about your background in the industry. You have an extensive background in this business. So, talk to our audience about. My voice cracked just now. So talk to our audience about some of your endeavors that you've done in the past and some of the people that you worked with.
All right, so if you didn't know, I'm gonna go back, right? When I was coming out of high school, and I used to deal with underground rappers still back then, right? And I started to do accounting. I went and understudied a man by the name of Abdel Peterson with Community Financial Services, who was the main accountant for Wu-Tang, the Select Dwellers, some of them individuals, right? Well, most of all of them at that time. He was the main accountant here in Staten Island. And I literally just graduated high school, just started having kids, end up getting with a young man, that all of that's none of y'all business. Ended up getting with a young man who was directly an A&R with Interscope Records, and I ended up doing promotions with them. By the time I was in my early 20s, my eldest daughter was the Puerto Rican Day Parade baby, the float with Def Jam and Interscope. And the very next year when we were about to do it again, it comes back to the whole parade stuff that kind of like just flatlined my involvement with the industry in an entirety. Was the Puerto Rican Day Parade of 2001, right?
Wait, time out. We can't skip over that.
Shout out you.
That was a wild. I wasn't there. I never went to the parade, but that definitely if this was the time that you could go viral, that shit went viral.
Yeah,
that shit went viral. It kind of changed the energy of the parade because it used to be more kind of like raucous type, like more. It was more the Taino Indian.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more like it's a little bit more the Americanized side.
Yeah.
And so that kind of changed it. That's crazy that you said that though. I don't want to cut your wisdom. Pardon me.
So it goes back to that time when I just kind of, like I said, flatlined, like completely went ghost to any opportunities in the industry. I became a family woman. And I'm gonna go about 2015. I come back out working with a couple of my brothers. They know I'm a people person. You know what I mean? Let's bring her out. Let's do promotions. Let's do ticket sales. Now we doing SOBs and we doing what we used to consider the King of Diamonds of New York. Can't even remember the name of the establishment, but that was in Brooklyn. And not gonna lie. Right
what year was this around?
This is 2015.
Okay.
Right? So 2015, I'm getting reacclimated with the underground industry, right? 2016, I'm messing with the Matt brothers and, doing some things with them. 2019, I started getting a little heavy on the administrative side where I don't even really care about music. It was about sales, promo, marketing, just straight, how can I sell everything and anything, right? 2020 comes COVID. While everybody's at home, I was on the sales game for 2019, so I had several campaigns, kind of like Math, with the whole Obama phones, solar energy, Verizon, AT&T, you know what I mean? And I'm moving and shaking, and I'm bringing people from up here out there because we're essential workers now, right? So literally, while everybody's forced to be at home, the game brought me to a whole different game. I get out to Atlanta, and I start working with a platform, just like the other studio. We're not gonna mention their name, right? So I work with this platform, and because it was a family affiliation and they had a buzz, and we're doing literally celebrity give back basketball games, I start working with Making It Big in Atlanta. I start working with Hip Hop Fraternity and the Ivy Brothers, Kevin and Marv. I get with, shout out Waleed and shout out DJ Luke Nasty. That's my favorite DJ besides Calvin Ryan Harris. I'm just saying. So them brothers, like, because of this other platform, I get 7,400 in the hole. We in New York. Talk to Bigga Skillz. I got mad people from New York that's about to come out, New Jersey, New York, and they wanted more money, right? And I'm like, you already getting 15, you getting this, that, then third. I can't do that. They had access to my archive, deleted everybody from me accessing it, obviously copying the files and sending out different directions to people, right? So they can show up at other venues, and I end up going into a hole. But I went into a hole and I came out way bigger and better because I get in touch with Waleed Coyote, right? If you don't know who Waleed is, that is the owner of Others Records and also one of the original Empire Records labels, right?
Okay.
And again, and also manager of DJ Luke Nasty. Okay. Okay. So I call him and I tell him what's going on. And I'm just coming back in. So I'm like, damn, I didn't expect none of this. I always give love, show love, whatever. And he said, yo, you got a whole army behind you here. Those words meant so much when he said, yo, you got a whole army over here. Yo, shout out Casanova. He's not out, but he was definitely out around this time before he went to turn himself in for his bid. He blessed the stage at King of Diamonds and literally helped me roll out the whole rest of East Coast collab tours. And from there, I was just like, yo, this ain't stopping.
East Coast, that's the... No, I'm mixing up.
Nah, something to
Say the name again.
East Coast collab tours.
What's the one that be doing the big...
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Coast
Yeah,
to
that's
coast.
what
Shout out
my mind...
Coast to coast.
They been doing it for a minute too.
Yeah, actually, you know what? They do give opportunities, just like Life of Morris and YMVS with the
Shampoo.
other, you know what I mean? They give bigger platforms outside of New York, outside of the tri-state area. And Coast to Coast gave an opportunity 2 years ago to one of the artists that I had on in Philly, do 119, kicking hip hop, R&B, rap, all that stuff. Coast to Coast is affordable if you're really looking to get on a real mainstream platform. It's still the same original founders, and the original founders, if you don't know, were also partners with BPZ, who was a manager with Coast to Coast in the past, and they had came from the original Warner Brothers. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah,
We talk about that later.
So now,
shit.
I just now I fast forward.
On camera, of course.
Right? So I literally fast forward from the time I'm under 20 to now I'm in my 40s, right? Yeah, so if you didn't know, I'm in my 40s. And I realized last year that they were doing the 50th year anniversary of hip hop, 50th year anniversary of hip hop. And I started Googling and I started doing research about anything that has to do with the culture. Because all of this is a culture. It was a bunch of cultures, bunch of demographics, bunch of business people, bunch of entertainers, literally trying to make a way. It's the culture. Nobody had incorporated the culture. And I said, I'm not an idiot. I'm doing this right now. And then now, just so y'all know, that was about 9-10 months ago when I incorporated the culture and have been cordially picking and choosing the people that are going to be the main panel of the Culture Incorporated. Shout out S.STREET Media. We're part of that family. They are one of the #1 supporters and sponsors of the Culture Inc., right? I decided to check and see if the Culture Inc. magazine had been out yet, right? And nobody did that neither until I did this week. So 2025, everything that I've done, the body of work, everyone that I've met, went down to Atlanta last year for Queen's Day ATL with Royal Flush, Capone, Joe Fatal, Large Professor, Fred Rowe. Like, everybody's outside. Like, if you wasn't outside there last year, so all these moving pieces and components. Shout out again, Prodigy's birthday is coming up, Havoc. And other influencers like Malcolm Penn, Agent Blur, even shout out Jimbo, Guns Down, Guns Up. Those are all moving pieces that have been out here laying the platform that have literally made the Def Jams, that have made the labels what they are today, even if they're no longer affiliated. They're the ones that made this happen. Yep. And I'm bringing every last piece of them to be able to roll out some fire independent stuff. I'm not going to say shit, right? Because it's not sugar, honey, iced tea, because it's going to be sweet. January 2025, we're going to have the first edition of the Culture Inc. magazine, as well as a follow-up with the Mega mixtapes, the Mega album mixtapes. And again, S.STREET Media being on the forefront, along with Cypher City TV, Hustle Visions. We are putting these shows together like the Mega album mixtape concert, along with radio launching events, so that this way we can give back to all the people that participate and contribute within this new year. So that's a bit about me. If y'all wanted to know more, I don't know.
That's like an audio book.
I want to know more.
Her voice is so soothing, right?
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, man, I can hear her talk all day. Yo, yeah, right? Like, yo, man, we got to give her an audio book, man. Let her just
wait a
read.
minute, my bad. Tomorrow night, Saturday, wow, we are celebrating Mav's birthday out in Brooklyn with the review or the viewing of Monkey Man. We also are going to be on 100.1 MHZ FM with the Roll Stags Radio, West Coast, powered by Vegas Jackpot 100, and yours truly, co-host Lady J. You can hear more of my voice tomorrow.
She got that promo off.
Fire.
We save promos for the end. Yeah, I fuck with you. That was out of nowhere. Okay.
Jump the turnstile on us.
That's the outlaw life, okay, baby. That's what the outlaw life do to you.
Let me ask you a question. You definitely was down in ATL, doing what you do. How's the hip hop scene down there?
It's the New York, the second Las Vegas. Honestly,
the LGBTQ part or the music part?
LGBTQIA supersedes New York in Atlanta. Really? Just so you say.
They said that's like the capital of black homosexuality.
Wow. Yeah, Washington supersedes in swingers life, right, for the older, and Atlanta supersedes
Which Washington?
New York.
DC?
Yeah, facts. Between Maryland and Washington, DC is saturation.
They say some other things about them, about that in the prison system, but I'm not. You didn't hear that from here. I didn't say what.
Got some stuff about the prison system.
Each state has some rumors about them, and there's definitely a DC one.
I know Florida said that they got a high rate of STDs amongst the old people out there in the nursing homes. So I don't know.
That's the retirement state, bro. That's why they went down there.
Everybody get crazy.
That's because of the blue chew. That's because of blue chew. Blue chew changed the game. Blue chew changed the game.
So I would say again, it's LGBTQIA purposes that supersedes New York. It is the next New York in the entertainment industry. besides the fact that you got the reality TV, you have the showcasings. We said this on the Mazuma Stacks podcast when we had BMC Smooth here, French Montana, and many others could not get the play up here that they were supposed to get. Where'd they go? Atlanta did it, literally. Like, most of the heart of Atlanta, I'm not going to front, I believe came from New York. Like, it came from New York, Philly, the tri-state area.
Like, people move, like transplants moving down there.
And then went down there and was like, oh, well, this is where it's at. We're going to blow this up like we did up there. Or what we should have did up there, we're coming down here. And right now, again, fashion, music, marketing, all of that, it's where it's at. Hype Magazine. It's also stationed all across the world, but it's doing a lot of work when it comes down to making it big in Atlanta. Making it big in Atlanta is doing making it big in Miami. Making it big in, it's going to come to New York, I promise you. So again, Atlanta, it was where it was at, period. When I say for sales and making money, it was where it was at. I know some people don't go down and have the same experience, but it's also who you know, right? So when you get down there, if you know someone, utilize who you know to be able to help you ground and root. Because once you have one who has your back, believe me, the Southern hospitality ends up rolling out. Don't come as no stranger trying to take over. But when you go down and you humbly know, all right, I know one person, that one person is like, all right, well, I've been out here. Let's do this.
Yeah, they put the word for you.
Word up, for real.
Recently, since the second episode, you have now been on the Mazuma Stacks podcast show. I would say as a co-host, or
yes, officially the co-host of the Mazuma Stacks podcast.
So, how has that experience been?
Interesting. Fun. Funny, and another wave to door openers. So if y'all haven't watched, make sure y'all tap in on S.STREET Media, YouTube. We got the Mazuma Stacks podcast. And on the Mazuma Stacks podcast, as far as the first one goes, it was an intellectual build between Mazuma and Stacks. And, you know, the intentions with the show, as well as what was going on with the community. I came in, added a little splice of entertainment, bringing some city out. We didn't expect him to even, you know, speak on the mic, which he did. And then we came back and we did Smooth and incorporated a cipher into the show. And then from there, we came back and we had Tea Time with Reen, who's on Epic Rev TV, as well as Trends, who's worked with Fred the Godson. Like, it's been not just an interesting journey, it's a journey that I'm going to continue looking forward. And no, we're not looking to substitute Lady J. This time, I'm sticking around. Okay?
Yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
And coming up next, you already know we're going to leave the announcements for the end.
You know, you speaking about Staten Island, a.k.a. Shaolin. What's happening with hip hop, the culture outside of Wu-Tang on I was gonna say Rikers Island, on Staten Island. I be thinking about 16 Hazen Street, stuff like that. My bad.
16 Chambers.
You got the eye battles. You got individuals like P. Mars and Agent Blur coming up with a new feng shui to not just the cipher and battle life, incorporating the showcase industry with productions. Something kind of like what Math's been doing with putting the segments on YouTube, but actually opening doors where individuals may need some guidance and they know how to distribute their talent in bars, but they don't know how to sync it to music, and opening other wavelengths. You got Hub 17, which is one of the creative hubs of Staten Island, who's parented by Snug Harbor. These places literally put on concerts, art exhibits, and obtain independent artists to come in just to open and close an art exhibit, and they pay. So there's so many different fluid opportunities out there. You got the Badass Bootcamp benefit that came out with the Badass Bootcamp. You have female entrepreneurs taking, the floor with Girls on the Rocks, providing, again, more independent exposure. So you have to literally like come out to Staten Island. Let me not forget, again, I did do with Hit the Beats Entertainment, their first event. I've gone to a couple of other events in support. And when it comes down to it, they did a 5-borough tour. Yeah. So if you was a person that wasn't from here, then it made sense for you to get with Hit the Beat. Other than that, again, you would have to come out to Shaolin to really see what we're doing and what the industry is doing, entertainment-wise, hip-hop-wise, rap-wise, period.
Is there anyone out there carrying the Wu-Tang torch out there?
Yes.
I mean, strongly, because I know there's a million people that part of the Wu-Tang Clan. But is there anybody, like, really making noise out there?
Okay, so I'm going to say like this. I'm a #1 fan and advocator of BMC Smooth. He is not contested as far as Kosi, #Kosi, King of Staten Island. Apart from him, within the Wu family, the next generation has started to really set its pace. Intel, You Godson, he's outside. He just finished doing Canada. He's about to go overseas. He's doing crazy
We
tours.
interviewed him at S.STREET Media on the Fuck Outta Here show.
You see, so, Intel is definitely, he takes breaks. He has his moments, but right now he's flooring. And then you have Shy, who's Method Man's daughter. She's out there moving and shaking, and she's not just moving there, she's moving throughout, again, just like Intel. They sowed their seed already, they come back, they do the benefits, they do the community thing, and then they out, just like their parents.
We interviewed her also on Code 31 on S.STREET Media.
Okay. And then, last but not least, I just found this out the other day doing a little bit about Chinche research, right? So the Latina from the Afro Latina just came out, right? So I done say the beef in the static. I'm gonna put the Afro to the side real quick and give you Latina the word Chinche that I heard about Ice Spice and Cleo Trapper. I didn't know Cleo Trapper was from Staten Island, and apparently that's Ice Spice's best friend, her road dog, her tour dog. So I was actually looking more into her just literally starting a few days ago because I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know this girl. But you have people who are out there doing their thing that are either Wu family or affiliates or just period. They paved their own way, and you not saying Kosi is not King of Staten Island.
Yo, so talk to me about your new podcast and radio show that you're about to launch.
All right, so Sunday y'all gonna see advertisement all through S.STREET Media, as well as all the other supporters that I have, More Money Comedy and the whole More Money family, the Bigga Skillz family, the Rose Stacks family. Everybody who supports me, you're gonna be seeing this all over the place. Mondays, again, powered and sponsored by S.STREET Media. Thank you. We're going to have Monday music spins where it's $1 a song. Ain't nobody raping you. It was $1 a song. You get up to 3 songs, $5 reviews. And if you wanted to do a package instead of paying like literally $18, that sounds retarded. There's other packages available that are not just going to give you the flyer, but the promo and the marketing leading into your day for when you're getting spun. And is a whole contest attached to it because you play your music, and if it sounds good, and I'm going to have special guest judges come on out, you'll also be featured in the up-and-coming mega album mixtape 2025. So that's Mondays. And then on Fridays, because I got to start the week and end the week, right? I couldn't just 2 hours sitting here. I got to do 1 hour and dedicate it to that. And the other hour is dedicated to the griot. If you're not aware what the griot means, Google it. It's an old African ancestry way of saying this is the storyteller. I don't want to just come and tell you stories because most of the time when I start talking, right? I want to bring individuals that have stories to tell to the platform, not just those that you see that come on to the podcast, but those that you don't see come on to the podcast. The Untouchables, the Uncle Tones, the Uncle Als, and then literally switch it up every single time. I'm gonna have 3 different people coming on in on Fridays to tell their stories, and the following one, bring in the younger generation. remix it. And again, and these interviews are not just going to be interviews and aired on YouTube. They can't go onto a mixtape, right? They're stories that will be featured in the Culture Inc. magazine 2025.
Okay.
Big things are going. Big things are going. Pause. Don't tell nobody.
Blessings, brethren.
Thank you very much.
Yo, so we're about to close this out. Shout out to everyone we have 2 new guests in the building. Anybody want to introduce who the 2 guests is?
Yeah.
We got UDU family in the building. You
That's
gotta tell us who we got in the house. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
my boy Freeze walked out.
Let's give him a shout out.
My boy Mel Freeze walked out.
Mel Fraser is on that.
You gotta hear his name on the podcast.
You heard?
Yeah, he probably on the
Shout
phone.
out to the guard.
Yeah, shout out to Mel Fraser on his phone right there.
We got a low piece on. You heard? He got a low piece on.
Yeah.
My come
He
from
got
my
the dog paw bandana on. You know the vibes.
My type of background. We got Roll Stacks in the motherfucking building.
Good looking, Rob.
You know what I mean? He got the
Roll Stacks.
Mazuma
Shout out to Roll Stacks,
podcast.
man.
Mazuma Stacks podcast. He got 3 episodes up there right now. Am I correct?
Yes.
Or 4?
No, 4.
4 episodes up there. Yeah, I'm high.
September 18th will be number 5.
Yeah.
Skillz.
So what you call it? We got a new episode about to drop soon. He's going to be dropping some new content. Check out Roll Stacks on Instagram. Check out Mr. Mazuma also. And everything he's doing. He's always moving in that strip club. What it's called? Swaggy.
Sweets.
Sweets, but it's Swaggy Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Damn. Shout out to Mr. Mazuma, man. I was trying to get it correct. I don't want to fuck it up and butcher it and Jason Voorhees that shit. So, shout out to Mr. Mazuma. Shout out to everyone who taps in with the Hangout. We are on different platforms like Instagram at S_STREET_media. I'm gonna repeat that again. S_STREET_media. You could check us out. You want to get into what we're doing at S.STREET Media, make sure you go there. That is the first base to this baseball game. By the time you slide home, pause. I already came up already.
Don't you dare.
It was lock and loaded, baby.
Yo. Fall into the rabbit hole of S.STREET Media. Yeah. Check us out on YouTube at S.STREET Media. We are also on live365.com. I'm going to repeat that again. We are also on live365.com. We are planning a radio station event.
Yes.
Let me just say that. That's coming up soon. I don't have any details, but there are details. It's definitely going to be in close proximities.
There you go.
Woo, through the speech impediment and everything.
Got that one dialed up.
Hey, where's that? Yeah. So tap in with everything that we're doing. Tap into all the shows. Tap into what they're doing. We have the Hangout, but there's also a slew of shows.
Shout out to AKA too.
Yeah, that are dope. AKA promotions always be, if you see a lot of our shit, she's reposting it. She sees it. 2 minutes later, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on TikTok, it's on Snapchat, it's on Baghdad Bunny.
Baghdad Bunny.
And all the other new social media.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, we lately we've been taking pictures in front of our old S.STREET Media backdrop. You don't see S.STREET Media back here. I like shows to be their shows, so I don't want to flood it with, mad advertisement, which I can. which I can, but I'm not into doing that. We take our pictures and after the show. I brought that back. I wasn't doing that, but I brought that back. I think people need to know what the fuck is going on. We are the new Viacom. We are the Black Viceland. And somebody stole my hashtag, and I said that should be when it was a zero under that hashtag. Yeah, but somebody using that now. But yeah, we are that. We are the evolution of media. Make sure you tap into everything that we doing. Rest in peace to Woody Wood.
Yes.
I will always I will always shout my man out. As I said, I seen his wife today. His son is having a baby, so he's gonna be a grandfather. So rest in peace, Woody Wood. I got the T-shirt on. Shout out to everyone that supports what we got going on tomorrow. I don't even need to advertise it because.
Go to the page.
Matter of fact, I want to say it because somebody might watch it right now. Watch it right now.
Yeah.
So September 7th. Make sure you check out Smoke Screens, 878 Hancock, between Saratoga and Howard. Tap in. We watching a movie. It's movie night. Yes. Smoke Screens. 420, watch movies. He's gonna pick a comedy. We already advertising. We will be watching Monkey Man. Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say that real quick? I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to say thank you for having me, man. Thank you to the Hangout. Thank you for Lady J for bringing me up here. This is my very first podcast. I've done a couple other interviews. I've done performances. You know what I mean? I rapped in front of hundreds of people. I rapped in front of 5 people. But I never do no podcast before, so pardon me if I don't look my best up here, but you know what I mean?
I think you held it down.
This is my first time.
I think you held it down. I seen a lot of people be shy. I seen a lot of people talk too much. And I heard a lot of people be dry.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. You definitely had your jokes. You definitely had your own perspective. You saw things differently. You expressed that. I think that was dope. I'm glad this is your first podcast.
Yeah, it's my first time, so I was just getting my feet wet.
I'm not gonna say.
I'm gonna say pause because we busted.
I'm not. No.
Say it, Lord. Pause. No, this not. You all good.
No.
You all good.
I was about to say.
You're about to buy.
We are not women, so we can't say what he said.
I was saying.
And he said it. I was about to say it. We can't say it. But your first interview happened with us.
Now you remember.
Yo, pop my cherry. Yo, pop my cherry. Hey, yo, pop my cherry. Hey, yo. This is the first one.
Your first interview happened with us. That is dope. We don't even do interviews. We do conversations.
Yeah. So my first conversation was with y'all, and I'm glad you appreciate it. Shout out to you,
And that's dope. Where can they find you at?
They can find me all over social media. Bigga Skillz BX. UDU, Underdogs Entertainment. I'm Underdogs United. Sorry.
That's the next.
I keep saying Underdogs Entertainment. She keep calling me Bigga Skillet. So we keep fucking up the names. But you know what? Long as you just Google me, you gonna find something. You heard? You gonna find something. But Bigga Skillz BX on all social platforms. And I'm glad you appreciate it, man. I appreciate your time for real.
Definitely, boy. Biggie.
Where they can find you at, girl?
Yo, you can reach me at Get Fed Records. You can get me on Facebook at Get Feddy. And
that sounded crazy.
Ooh.
You could get me.
Hey, yo. But you know,
that's how you for sale.
He said,
what I say, whatever you need, I can get. Pause.
That sounded like some Sunday shit.
Don't swipe.
You can get me.
You can get me.
That was crazy.
Follow me online. Just you can follow me online. Just don't follow me in the streets. You heard?
Yeah. Might catch something. Hot one. Pause.
So where they gonna find you at?
Instagram at Get Fed Records.
How am I supposed to follow you? Huh?
Say it again, bro.
Get Fed Records. You can follow me at Get Fed Records. And the whole team. You can reach me or get to the team, and we'll get back to you. You know,
where they gonna
follow us.
Find you at Lady J.
Alright, so because obviously I gotta have a story. I can't be found by typing in Lady J _official, go to SimCity SXMSIDY and follow his manager.
Get the fuck out of here. What happened?
I don't know. It keeps coming up my private page.
You know what it is?
If it's private, that's not me. It is me, but that's none of your business. So it's gonna stay private.
They call that being like not blackmail, but blackwalled or something.
Yeah.
Like when somebody Google you don't pop up, but you do exist.
I've been like that for about 30 days now, for about a month.
That happened to some people.
Any meta restrictions or anything. It's just literally everyone who types Lady J.
It don't pop up.
It don't. It goes to my personal, which is private.
Yeah,
so what I've been doing is going through SimCity's page because it's right there in the bio. First thing, SXMSIDY, manager, Lady J official page.
I think somebody dislikes you. I think that
yeah, of course.
That sounds like sabotage.
That sounds personal. I'm not losing no sleep.
Yeah, that sounds sabotage.
It sounds personal. I'm not losing
That
no
sounds
sleep.
sabotage.
Follow my
That
artist
sounds
and then you
like
follow me. If you don't want to follow the artist, that's on you. But you can find me through that page. That's smack in the bio. As soon as you type in those quick little 6 letters, you're gonna find Lady J.
Then that's crazy, man. They got you blacklisted.
That's the thing, they can't blacklist me in every way.
They got you blacklisted. Oh man. All right, you can find me at your local weed spots. They don't have weed spots no more.
No more.
Weed dispensary?
Especially after the money you made today.
Oh hell no! I was lying. That was a joke. No, you know. I can't even explain why the joke is a joke.
Yeah.
But the people, if you know, you know. But what you call it? You can find me on social media at Styled by Poverty LLC. There's a hashtag in there somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. But there's no other Styled by Poverty. So it's automatically gonna pop up. That's my company name. Styled, spelled correctly, SCYLED, by BY, Poverty, POVERTY, not puberty, poverty.
Poverty.
I was styled by puberty though.
You were styled by puberty, but now you styled by poverty.
Yeah, that's my company. That's
I got a mustache now.
Now it's
Yo, I had a mustache like at 12. Niggas
Now
be
it's
making fun of me.
different.
Yo, niggas be
It's a
like,
different type of
Pepe Le,
swag.
they used to call me Pepe Le Pew. Niggas who know.
They know.
They Block 3 shit. They used to call me. They used to make fun of my Abdul because I got my middle name is Abdul. They used to make they play Abdubili, all that stuff like that.
His name is Mathematics Abdul the God.
Yeah. And this shit's crazy. So yeah, make sure you follow all the old Hangout episodes. We done fucked with a lot of
bio. It's a whole playlist. Definitely.
Facts. We done fucked with a lot of people. Ebony J, Kalia Clark, Kem King, Anya. We done had strippers on.
Trife.
Yeah, Trife Boss. We had strippers stripping, not strippers talking.
Hold up.
Strippers stripping.
Invite me for that one.
That is
Yo. Sign me up. I'll be back. I'll be back for that one.
Yo, we tried to give her a show.
Never
but
fall in love with him.
She only gave us that show.
Hey.
She ain't want a segment.
I want to know about that.
I was trying to give her a segment, but
She didn't want the whole
she
thing.
was like, hold up.
You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, she did the Ice Spice. That's what it was.
There you go.
Oh, she did the ice.
She did the
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting episode. Shout out to my man Woody Wood because he definitely was there for that one.
Wait, his name is Woody Wood?
Yeah, it's a pause in his name.
It's a pause in his name.
It's a pause in his name. We already know. If your mom went there, yeah, we got him. We got him.
You got it.
That's an episode in itself also.
Got you.
Get Fed.
Shout out to him.
No,
Shout out to
listen.
him.
Get Fed
Shout out to
Records,
him.
Rod,
Rod.
and Woody Wood. We like, yo, both of
Rod
your
and
names.
Wood.
Both of your names is pauses.
Rod and Wood.
Rod and Wood get fed? Whoa. This sound like...
It was
Nice one, too, nigga.
Yo.
This sound like... Pornhub channel. Pornhub channel. Y'all making all kinds of money.
Vandal hour. That's the Vandal hour.
Y'all making all kinds of money.
No, the Vandal hour, we did Pornhub December.
You see, look at that.
And I was like 7-8 years ago. We had like strippers every week, man. We had Vanessa Smiles. We had I don't want to say her real name no more because she's not that no more. But we had
a couple.
We had a few.
We had to go to retirement.
We had about 4 XXX stars. Yo, so we are out of here.
Peace. Y'all already know the deal.
My bad. I think I pinned you to the wall.
Hey, yo.
Paul, hey, yo.